Okay, listen. Omar, introduce yourself to Lucas Miller.
Hi, Mr. Millie.
But I did.
This is, I am Officer Sheriff. I am Uncle Sharif. OJ. Like the Simpsons.
What do you think about
Okay, cool. Cool guy.
Gargara is cool. That's Declan's Oshi.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Adam's Apple.
You want to get good?
See the construction. Take a right. Now, which direction you're going and which street? Go.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking over.
On Adam's Apple, you pass the construction.
I'm not trying to like
take
compete
a
or
right.
anything though. I'm sure he loves her more.
Alright, cadets, if you are done with your break and you're not in your head or anything, cross the street and go to the
I hang out all the time, yeah.
Come and have that for me first. This will be the just visual identifier if people are ready to move on.
Hey, Omar, you're asking good questions today.
FTOs, cadets, anybody in the academy, if you are done, you're not in your head, you're ready to move on, cross the street, please.
And they never, they say it's better late than never. Shit, it's better early than fucking up. There it is.
So you guys, this is a good teaching example right here. You see how Jaziri can't hear shit because he's having a conversation? You're gonna have to figure out a way where you can hear the radio in the background while also having a conversation.
Oh shit.
Hey Ziri, everyone is ready to move on in class and you're still over there lollygagging. Can you please move it along?
He can't hear because he's talking. He must have his radio either super low or off.
I mean, even visually, you don't see the whole goddamn squadron over here. Yeah, there it is.
I think they were finishing a conversation.
Hey Jaziri, could you hear your radio during that conversation?
I had it at 10%, Captain.
And maybe a little bit higher.
Yes, sir. I was sorry.
Yeah, I got you. No, it's a good teaching moment because guess what? You're in the car, you're on patrol, you're talking to your buddy that you're riding with, and you're like, ah, fuck, this radio is fucking annoying. They're talking about bullshit. You turn down 10%, and then something big happens, you don't hear it. You know what I mean? So you got to find like a sweet spot where you can still monitor.
You can put it in just one ear,
I don't disagree with you though. You can do that if you want. Some people like that. We're gonna go over that a little bit later today.
Okay, cool. Then I can turn it out more.
Ventura, are you good? What are you guys doing?
They're just shooting shit.
Okay, great. Hey Ventura, Cassidy.
Yeah.
I've said 3 times now. If you're not in your head and you're done to cross the street.
Oh no!
Love you.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out.
I'm
doing some tech issues here.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you can. You come on.
Okay, great. So I don't care what vehicle you do it in. There's a bunch of shit parked here. FTOs, full deputies, get in the driver's seats. If it's your vehicles, everybody cadets load in. We're going to Zancudo. Let's go.
Zancudo.
Charlie okay. Just gonna restock and grab some food. I'll meet you over there.
Hey, firm, thank you.
All right.
You definitely.
What's wrong? We'll pile in, I suppose. I mean, I'll get into a trunk. I ain't opposed to it. It's entirely possible I could fit in.
These tents are really illegal.
Is that right?
Yo, Juicy, shut the fuck up.
Hey.
I'm just saying, like, I can't even hardly see out the window.
Once your car is loaded up right up in front of the BCSO.
Triple in the back.
Stupid ass glasses you got on like you were outfielder.
Don't, in the back. Hey, you said don't start. You said don't start. Now, if you want to start, we can start. You said don't start.
Not
right now. We gotta wait a little before we start.
I'm getting in the fast one.
Everybody go to Zancudo.
What'd you say?
Howdy.
Hey, what's up?
Well, I suppose
promise you this is not the fast.
What do you mean? It's got a big old front, big old engine in front.
This is the slowest one. I'm pretty sure this is slower than the CVPI.
Okay, we're going to
I'm really not kidding. No, I'm being dead ass.
Just a luxurious one though. We got the seat warmers.
It is expensive.
All right. You got the goddamn deep dish rims on it. What the fuck you doing out here? Did you put the new shoes on it?
Damn straight I did.
All right, say less.
Look, you see, look at them blowing us out.
Okay, yeah, we little.
They're not even trying.
Yeah. Okay, this is rough. I ain't gonna lie.
There's a command plus only vehicle, by the way.
What the fuck? This should be the punishment.
I'm being dead serious. Like, we have like boosts now, like C's and D's boost stuff.
You're talking about people stealing cars?
Yup.
Hold on.
And we usually only send like, you know, CVPIs after them, but now like genuinely we send the VSDR.
This shit's on the menu now. Jesus. Woo! Does it have any redeeming qualities? What's going on here?
I like the way it handles.
There it is. There it is.
Like the Taurus turtles and the Scout is you know, it turns very wide.
So this is the parallel mobile. Yep.
Yeah. It's the most fun to drive, but it's I mean the Taurus by far is our best vehicle.
Okay. All right. The one that looked like a little floppy fucking fish out of water flopping around all the goddamn time. Fast, but this thing looking unwieldy. A lot of power in these vehicles. I like what I see.
Yeah, you can drive a car around.
Oh, so nice.
That's up your alley.
Beautiful truck right there.
Yeah,
on,
big
now.
old truck. Do truck patrol.
What are we gonna see? Ooh, Lord.
Hop out. Sorry.
Yeah, we gonna slide up in here.
Yeah, my
Alrighty. Okay, welcome to Fort Zancudo, everyone. This is where we're going to conduct most of our active training exercises for Academy for the rest of day 1 and going into day 2. This is where we're going to stop yapping at you for the most part. We're going to get you involved, get you, doing stuff. Number one thing that we're going to go through here before anything else, and again, I hope you recognize that I'm trying to structure these academies and the training in a way that makes you sort of, it's like a parallel for just going on duty every day. So like I've said a couple times now, what have we done so far, right? We got signed in, we got into uniform, we got our loadout ready, we familiarized ourselves with our surroundings, we checked and made sure we have everything we need, right? We learned how to get on radio, identify that we're going 41, identify that we're in service. We talked about dispatch, figuring out when you wake up in the morning, hey, who's on duty today? Do I want to ride with someone? Should I mark myself under them, or should I tell that to dispatch? All those things, okay? So now, the next logical step in you guys learning to be police officers is going to be interacting with the public. Thus far, we've been doing things that are self-contained, okay? We've talked a little bit about cuffing, things like that. What we're going to start doing now is talking about interacting with the public and the different levels of, use of force. I'm going to go ahead and run them through for you guys right now. And then as we go through different exercises and different activities, we'll explain to you how this corresponds to those things. So, the use of force continuum is a list of 5 steps that police officers have at their disposal when dealing with the public to enforce the law. The very basic concept of law enforcement, and then this is kind of unpopular opinion, but it's the truth. At the heart of law enforcement, at the true core of what it means in a society to be a police officer, is you are enforcing the rule of law, so the rules of the society, under the threat of violence. So, if you don't pay your traffic ticket and you go to court and you tell the judge to go fuck himself, what happens, right? The bailiff comes and grabs you physically and puts you in a jail cell, right? Uses violence to make you obey the law. Cops are the same way, okay? So when we go out and we are at a traffic stop and we pull someone over, the very first, threat or use of violence, the use of force continuum to enforce the law, is what? Does anyone know what the first level is? The very basic first thing. Cleg?
Sorry, I didn't know you guys were putting your hands up. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal it.
It's all right. It's just being there. Just being in the area.
Remember, talk on radio when you're at Academy.
Oh, yeah. Just being there. Just being right there.
So, when you are in a traffic stop and you are in a marked police car and you're driving around on the roads and you activate your lights, okay? Your very presence has restricted someone from their freedom of movement, okay? You have used the threat of violence, aka I'm a cop, you know that I can arrest you if you don't listen to me, to get them to stop driving and pull over. Now, let's say you light them up and they don't pull over. What's the next step?
Request 78.
No. All right, 77 is backup, 78 is emergency. But Juicy, the next step
I hate being loud and wrong.
escalation
I like that though.
Is the use of your voice, okay? So vocal instructions, right? Verbal presence. So first step is just you're just standing there as a cop, whether you're in uniform or you're in a car with lights on it and sirens. Second step is, auditory signals, instructions, verbal commands. Sir, please pull the car over. Sir, pull the car over to the shoulder. officer, you're being pulled over, stop the vehicle, all that kind of stuff, right? So, those are the first 2 steps. And those are most often used in traffic stops, which are going to be the bread and butter of what you do as a police officer. So, we are going to learn traffic stops right now. Let's go ahead and have Aspen, Ventura, and Peppers grab 2 cars, and they're going to demonstrate a traffic stop.
Help me out for the first one, game change.
Okay, we'll have Cassidy sub in for Ventura.
I call criminal.
So Cassidy, just grab a car, and then Aspen and Peppers will conduct a traffic stop on Cassidy. They're going to do all of this on radio from start to finish. I want you guys paying attention to how they communicate with dispatch, how they communicate with the individual, how they communicate with each other, etc.
Maybe. I don't know.
Just get in the same car, Peppers. I want you two in the same car. I want them to hear her telling, him to sit tight and talk to you and all that shit. So just do the traffic stop right in front of us. FTOs can back up a little bit to give them a lane to sort of stop it.
Does anyone have the GSR of the N20? Nobody.
That's the ignore 3-on-1s already. It's not for us.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I see it 5 times. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're good. Just ignore it.
You need to slow it down.
Yeah, relax with that.
Don't lie. This seems fake. A GTR would never pull over.
What the fuck?
Dispatch 304, 1038 eastbound, Fort St. Pluto, with a blue color LSU.
Okay, pause. So, cadet, the radio communication there, I'm going to have him say it again. I want you to listen and parse out what he's saying in what order, okay?
Dispatch 304, 1038, eastbound, Fort St. Pluto, the blue and color LG unknown occupant.
Okay, so once again, guys, he identified who he's talking to first, which is dispatch. He said who he is, and then he said what he's doing. A 38 is a traffic stop. Then he identifies the vehicle and the location. We'll get into it deeper about which you do first and why and when and all that. But at the very least, he's getting out the vehicle and the location, where he is, what he's doing, etc. All right, proceed.
Also, you say all this just in case I get shot right now. There's like context as to what I was doing, just for.
Yeah.
You would also then request a 77, so I'd say 304 requesting 77s.
0123. 23 means on me, by the way.
How's it going, sir? My name is Deputy Ventura with the BCSO. Do me a favor, will you tell them to roll the window down and shut the engine off? He didn't do the engine yet, but please tell them to do that. Roll the window down so you can talk to them.
Sure, yeah, of course. Yeah, my fault, G.
And you'd be like, hey, sir, you have any idea why I pulled you over today? This part of the traffic stop is sort of, it's fluid. You can kind of gauge how you want to do it. Everyone has their own way of doing traffic stops. I like to question them in the beginning to see if they know why I pulled them over, just to sort of start that dialogue. I would say it's not good practice to sort of just hop in, say, deputy, whatever, license, registration, and just sort of like run through the steps of the traffic stop. Take your time, have a conversation, sort of play it out. Each one is different. You can have your fun with it. But
so, one thing I want to add on to that, guys, pay attention to this because this is super important. Dakota, stop fucking distracting the cadets. All right. This is super important, guys. Listen to me. The traffic stop is not just your personal introduction to that person. It is not just your introduction to another officer that you're riding with. The traffic stop is your introduction to the city, to the community. So what I mean by that is, if I'm Juicy Williams and I have a certain personality and a certain way of policing, traffic stops are the time when I'm going to be in a neutral environment that's very low stress, very low conflict, so people are going to be willing to actually, maybe talk to me, and I'm going to get a chance to kind of introduce myself to the community at large. So this is going to determine how you want people to perceive you, how you want them to treat you. If you want to be a hard-ass cop who goes by the book, and gives everyone a ticket no matter what their excuse is and doesn't want to hear any bullshit, then this is the time where you're going to tell the world that, right? If you want to be a cop who works with people and is understanding and is more community driven, then this is going to be the time when you're going to do that. So it's really important that you listen to what Ventura is saying when he says, don't rush through this shit. This is not a step-by-step speed run of like, all right, collect this, go here, talk to this person, all right, I'm done. You know, have a genuine conversation. Feel out who the person is. Maybe they're giving you some signals about who they are. Maybe they're fidgeting nervously. Maybe they're sweating. Maybe, you know, they're looking at you and batting their eyelashes. You know, pay the fuck attention. You know, be present in the interaction. All right, continue.
All right, do you have any idea what pulled you over today, sir?
No, not really. Well, I was just driving around. I'm not sure what I did.
Well, listen, I hate to inform you, but you happen to run 2 red lights back there. Are you colorblind?
No, I'm not colorblind. I'm just, you know,
You just think that you're better than everyone else because you have a fast car. Okay, fine. Sir, can I get your ID, please?
I think I'm better than you, ugly pussy. But
You
can have my
no need
ID.
for that, sir.
Yeah.
Let me favor hand me your ID. Thank you so much. And is this your vehicle?
Oh, this is a passenger's vehicle.
Passenger, what's your name?
Malachi.
Okay. All right, give me 1 moment. I'm going to go back to my car. I'm going to run some information. Just do me a favor, sit tight, and I'll be back with you as soon as I can.
How about you run on a treadmill, big back?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The criminals say that?
Okay, so secondary thing here that you guys need to be aware of. This is not random why we do things the way we do them. The reason why Ventura goes back to his car to run the information, the reason why he gets in the car, doesn't have to do with the rain or anything, has to do with the fact that he's now, number one, in a position to pursue if they decide to take this opportunity to try to flee. Number two, he has some level of cover from them, okay, from them shooting him. You notice this pursuit angle, how he's parked here? Do you see how his car is facing out into the roadway? There's numerous reasons for this. Number one, if a car comes speeding down the highway and hits him from behind, he'll go out to the left instead of hitting the civilian he's pulled over. Number two, if the civilian in, let's say, the driver's seat wants to shoot Ventura in this situation, he's going to be hard-pressed to do so, okay, due to the angling of the car and the barriers of, like, the pillar and everything. So you're giving yourself as much sort of, you know, cover and optimal chasing angle as you can. And you also want to run their information in the car because guess what? Let's say I pull over Marshall here, and he's a fucking badass gangbanger who doesn't want to get a ticket, and he has a warrant and he knows it. If I'm alone, or even if I'm got backup and I go like this, I'm fucking blind. I can't see anything, and he knows it. He knows I'm staring at my tablet, okay? So you got to be aware of your surroundings and aware when you're opening up your tablet. Doing so standing on the street right next to their car will get you shot, beat up. I mean, people will take advantage of this. I had a cadet do a solo traffic stop on a 1060 vehicle, didn't get confirmation on the 77, so backup was requested but never came. He talks to them, he goes in his MDT, they got out of the car, picked him up, dropped him, and then basically held him up and robbed him. And the entire time he was on the MDT trying to look up their profiles. So just be aware of how vulnerable you are, okay? All these things matter. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like Declan said, you know, you position your car this way because one, it gives you an opportunity to be able to pursue. If anything, you can pull out easily. Also, one thing Declan didn't mention is when your car is stuck out like this, it sort of protects you from when you're standing next to their car. You're like, the car forms as a barrier in case another, you know, traffic might sideswipe you. So if you're like this, if you're just like this, then a car could just speed past both your cars and take you out. But if the nose of your vehicle is kind of stuck out, they'd have to hit your car before hitting you, so that's another reason why.
Yeah, this shit's all about safety.
Yeah, you go back to your car, you run their information. Declan you don't have your gun out, just in case they're going to shoot you, whatever. When you come up to the car, Declan spoke about the pillar, this back pillar where I'm standing behind him so that he can't really point a gun at me too easily, or I'd be able to see. I'm looking down at his lap, I can see if he has anything out. If I'm standing in front of him, he could very easily just pick up his gun, point it at my face, and shoot me before I could even react. so that's what you
Does
said.
everyone know what a pillar is? Anybody not familiar with cars?
Me. Who's that?
Okay, so right here, look at the white car that right here. So do you see how there's the two doors, and then there's the frame of the car? Okay. So right here, okay, you see how there's this black piece that goes up and down that's not part of the window, it's part of the frame of the car? That's called a pillar, okay? The reason for that is it's like foundational to the car, much like a building. So cars typically have like an A and a B pillar, you know, if they're a four-door. Well, either way, they usually have them. But anyway, so you want to stand behind the pillar. So in this case, if I'm in a car and I see there's 4 people, I might even approach and stand here at first, okay? And this way I can see over the shoulder of both the rear passengers and the front passenger. If there's only people in the front 2 seats, I'll stand behind this pillar, and this way I can identify, again, what they're doing, if they have anything out in their hands, and I have a lot more chance of survival if he tries to pull a gun like this, because obviously he's hard-pressed to shoot me at a certain angle here, than I'm just standing in front of them or whatever. So when we talk about pillars of vehicles, that's what we're speaking about. All right, continue.
All right, sir. Ran all your information. It seems like you don't know how to drive. You have countless speeding tickets. You have countless evading arrests, meaning you get caught a lot.
Wrong.
Because of this, I will be cutting you a break. I'm going to be issuing a warning today, so I'm going to give you back your ID. Though, for you to drive out of here, I'm going to ask that the passenger, Malachi, actually take over driving, and I'm going to put you in the passenger seat. I don't think you should be driving.
Okay, sure, yeah. Can I have my ID? Can I have my ID, pussy?
Yeah, no problem. Listen, you have your ID. Malachi's going to drive out of here. You just need to get retrained. That's a good example of what we like to call the fragile ego of a criminal in the city. Some people have fragile egos, and that was a good example from Cassidy.
Could you name some people? Could you name some people with fragile egos?
Future Hendrix, Larry Knox,
Finley Milton,
Jack Cortez.
I don't think Larry Knox has a fragile ego. I think y'all got it all misconstrued.
Just to name a few.
The Saints.
Anyway.
One thing I will point out, Declan can speak. Hang on.
All right, 10-3.
Declan can speak against this if he wants. Me personally, when I'm like with a cadet and I'm watching to see if they know how to do traffic stop, I do not give a fuck if you don't give a ticket. I probably pull fucking 100 people over in a week and I will give 1 ticket, and that's only if that guy was a dick and he deserved a ticket.
Oh yeah, I don't care. I think warnings are fine. I agree with him. The only reason he's saying that I might disagree is because recently I started Highway Patrol Unit, which is basically focused on exclusively giving tickets to deter people speeding on the freeway. But when I do normal traffic stops in the city, my goal on normal traffic stops is to introduce myself to people, like I told you before, to spread some kind of like community outreach so they understand who I am and what I'm about. And we're setting the foundation. So let's say that you give this guy a warning and you're cordial and you're friendly and you're reasonable and you're a human being, right? You're not a fucking robot. Well, what happens later down the road when this guy's sort of, we'll call it his criminal career develops a bit, and let's say a month down the road, you're chasing this guy from a boost and his car got boxed and disabled and he's on the radio panicking, asking for help, and you're on a football solo and he turns the corner and runs down an alley. Now, if you were a fucking dickhead to him and speed ran the fucking traffic stop, he might pull out knuckle dusters or a knife and just fucking shank you the second you turn the corner. But if you were a reasonable person, a good human being, and he feels like he has like a decent rapport with you and you're not a dickhead, he might just keep running, okay? So the decisions you make, it's like that butterfly wing shit, they echo, okay? So think about who you want to be and how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
I have the most fun. One of my most fun things on duty is doing traffic stops and fucking around with people. But the more bad interactions people have at traffic stops, the more likely they're not going to give a fuck and just not even stop for you for something as simple as running a red light. So have your own fun with it. Do them how you want. And like I said, giving a ticket and properly, finding somebody isn't a part of mine or I think any of the FTO's like judgment on if you know how to do them. It's just about going through the steps of, like Declan said, introducing yourself, asking for their information, standing properly, communicating on radio properly. But as long as you do all that, you can give out as many warnings as you fucking want, and we don't give a shit.
This is a larger point that I'm gonna make clear to you, and this is coming directly from, and again, I'm gonna break some walls here. This is coming directly from my conversations with higher ups and management about things. When we talk about policing in this city, I want you to focus on the following. I want you to focus on providing the atmosphere of being a police officer. What I mean by that is, when you're on a scene, when you're on a traffic stop, I want the person in the car to feel like they're dealing with a cop. I don't want the person in the car to feel like they're dealing with some like goofy dickhead, right? Now, that being said, you can be goofy, okay? I'm Declan Crane. I worship a half shark girl VTuber, right? Like, we're all on the same page here. You can have a personality. You can be quirky. You can be funny. You know, Quango wants to fuck his mom. You know, like there's things you can have about yourself that are interesting and funny and dynamic. But you just need to be able to give the basic baseline presence of feeling like you're a cop doing their job. Okay, that's what we want from you. And what Ventura said is very important. I want you to understand this. Giving people tickets, putting them in jail on big charges is not what doing your job is. That's not providing atmosphere. Doing your job and providing atmosphere is going through all the steps up to that point and reacting appropriately to the energy you're being given. Be a mirror, okay? Be reactive. If someone is going to be really shitty, really aggressive, you know, match the energy, right? But if someone is, you know, a little goofier and, you know, they're more laid back and reasonable, okay, then I might, you know, fuck around and give them 80% time off. I might drop their charges. I don't know, right? Don't think that when we say you have to, like, come off as a cop and you have to feel like a police officer, that I need you to be some, like, dickhead state trooper who's out to ruin someone's day. That's not what I mean at all. I just mean that at a very basic level, you need to go through the procedure that makes you feel like a cop. Standing at the pillar, exercising the lights, communicating to dispatch, calling for backup, informing them of your rank and your name and your department when you walk up to the window. Don't just walk up to the window and be like, oh, hey, what's up, fuckhead? Give me your license, right? No, it's, hey, guys, this is Lieutenant Declan Crane with the BCSO. Who am I speaking with today, right? It feels a lot different. So I don't want to ramble too much on that point, but I really want to reinforce to you guys, since we have the time and the space in the academy to speak, like, a little more honestly with each other and more of, like, a, you know, a wall-breaking sense, that the direction that we get, it should not be misinterpreted. Do not think that I'm telling you that I need you to be goofy or I need you to be serious or I need you to be a certain way. Be yourself. Just do your job at a basic level. That's it. All right, let's keep going.
Hey, I mean, that's pretty much all I had to say for traffic stops.
Okay. So we're going to split up. I'm going to assign FTOs to take people, and we're going to do setups here. So we're going to have Ventura and Cassidy. You are going to be getting pulled over by... Let's have you get pulled over by Dez and Mitch. And then let's have Helen. Let's have you ride with Dez and Mitch and give them any pointers or corrections as that occurs. So you guys get with Helen figure out a car, and then go and link up with Cassidy and Ventura.
Dez and Mitch!
Hey, Mr. Crane.
You guys gotta go? Okay.
Yeah, we gotta go.
All right, take yourselves off. I'll go over this shit with you tomorrow morning. I'll let you guys know over email when to show up.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck to you two.
Yeah, good luck. Click some heads. All right, let's get, we'll get Marshall and Cleg. We'll get you two to go with Helen, and you're going to pull over Ventura and Cassidy.
All right.
Our car to the east, Marshall. Or Cleg.
The car, the white car at the end of the line. She's pulling out now. Go over to her, Marshall and Cleg.
Oh, I see it.
Whoever I'm supposed to be with.
Honey.
Okay, go take them, Helen. Helen and Ventura and Cassidy. You guys are gonna go on channel 11, okay? You're on channel 11.
Oh. Okay,
Yep,
wait,
he's
so
in the front. All right.
Channel 11.
I'm on it.
I'll get the back.
We're on channel 11 and we'll communicate Olivia.
No. It's no. Mitch is with him. It's Mitch. Oh, sorry.
Separate groups.
I put too many. Marshall, get out.
Radio check.
Okay, great. Helen, take these two, and then pull over Ventura and Cassidy. You're on channel 11. Marshall, go with me, Marshall. Okay. Next group is going to be Bob and Marshall. You are going to be assisted and instructed by Porter.
Yeah,
and I want you guys pulling over Rain and Linda
when you
Watson.
swap radios, you can go radio check.
All right. Radio check.
10-2.
There it is.
10-2 means that they heard you. All right, we're pulling them over. I'm gonna let you guys do it. I'll just let you know if I have anything to say, okay?
All right.
All right. Probably fix your angle a little bit. You keep in mind how far you're gonna have to be walking. And make sure you're angled out to the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the area between you and the car in front of you is called the dead zone. Don't walk in that. You want to make sure that your time near that is minimized.
Okay.
I would angle myself a little bit more out towards the road.
More like that?
A little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dispatch, show Costello 1038 with a black and coloured Corvette, Fort Zancudo, is it like eastbound, occupied 2 times, requesting 77.
No 77s available. You can proceed.
Oh, thank you.
No, I didn't mean to say that, but...
And then you get out with him, and you go to the passenger side pillar.
All right.
Roll the window down, please.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Hello, my name is, unfortunately, I'm with the Costello family. I'm sure you know Carmine, right?
Make sure you're yelling.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're a Carmine relative?
Yeah, I'm a Carmine, but it's okay.
Oh,
I hate
fuck
him too.
you.
Don't worry.
Fuck
Everyone
you.
hates
I
Carmine.
hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
No. I'm one of the good ones. I'm a good one.
I hate cops.
No, you don't. You like cops.
I hate you.
I hate cops.
No,
I
you
hate
don't.
you. I hate you.
No,
I hate you.
Don't. No.
I hate you.
No.
I hate you.
No.
And I hate you more.
You don't know me.
Tranquila, nah.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You're wearing a
don't know me
badge,
yet.
which
You
means you're a
can't-
bastard.
Okay.
No, it does. You can't even see my badge.
Hey, how's
How
it
do you
going?
see
Yeah.
that?
You don't even know that.
How do you see that? Anyway,
what can I
you were
help you with,
driving
officer?
very recklessly.
Okay,
Very
okay.
recklessly.
Okay, so a couple things. I would ask for the license and registration first, and then ask them
Oh, yeah.
if they know the reason for the stop and see if they'll incriminate themselves.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
you'll tell them.
All brutal.
Yeah.
Could I have
Also,
your
you can ask them to take
license
their masks
registration?
off
Oh, can I?
You
if
can.
you'd like to.
I thought they outlawed that.
No, it's traffic.
Oh
stop.
no!
I'm
For
detained.
traffic stop, if somebody's detained, every time you're allowed to ask them to remove their mask so that you can identify them based on their profile. DMV.
Could I have your license registration, please, sir?
Sure.
Thank you for complying. Eventually. Are you just going to give it to me? All right.
Yeah, so you can ask them to hand you it to go run it in the car.
Oh, okay.
Especially if you're worried that they might take off.
Oh, smart.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go run your shit back in the car. My other officer will be with you if you want to have a chit chat with him.
That's right.
Okay.
I'd rather not. I'd rather you took a pig back to the pen.
Tranquila. We can talk about it. Listen, we can telekinetically talk. You know, if you want to do some mind
Let's
games.
say you come back here, they have a profile.
You do Sudokus or anything like
they
that,
have
or
a
like
warning on
you do any
file,
like you know,
but
you
they
play
have not been given
any
a
you know,
citation.
crossword puzzles or
According
anything
to the
like
same
that.
reason you pulled them
You
over.
smart person.
You know what I'm thinking about?
Yeah. Yeah. They've been
Salami?
wrong before. It's been noted on their profile.
Almost. No, not quite.
All right. Well, I mean, I was close.
thinking about
so
the
I'm
New
gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. That's a W for me. All right. Thank you.
I love salami though.
I'm putting that in my pocket and save it for later.
You like salami, eh?
There you go.
Does?
Well, I've ran your stuff. All good. Car comes back to you. Everything's all good. But you have had a warning recently for exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going
A little bit of
to
a heavy foot.
unfortunately give you a ticket for that. I'm going to have to give you a citation, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, understandable.
Is this where you shoot me, or?
No, I'm
well,
nice.
yeah, we'll take it.
Okay, so maybe don't put that option on the table. That could be
You know what? I like that. That's a
Maybe
good.
it'll make them feel bad. Like, maybe they'll be like, "Oh God, it's happened to him before. Let's not do it again."
No, I'm being nice. I'm being nice.
I'm
Not gonna shoot
trying
you.
to make them feel bad for me.
They
I
never
feel bad for you. You're a cop.
They never.
Okay,
You did
so
it to yourself.
You bill him. He signs. Make sure he signs his little ticket.
What am I
Sign the
signing?
ticket. I didn't think they had to sign it.
It's a
Then you
plus
say it's not
one.
on the mission of guilt, blah blah
It's
blah.
Yeah,
right?
it's a +1. You should ask them to sign.
Sign it, please.
Okay. Mine's
Thank you.
no problem.
All right, I'm going to be heading back to my vehicle. You can leave when my lights are off.
That's right.
You have a wonderful day. It was
Where's my
wonderful
ID?
talking to you, I hope. Yeah, all right, I'm working on it. I'm getting there.
You're talking about
Here you
leaving.
go,
You haven't
mate.
even given my
So
ID
I'm
back.
getting- yeah,
Give me
but
my.
then I'll
Give us
turn
our
my
fucking
lights
ID,
off.
you fucking robber.
Yeah,
Oh,
anyway.
Lord.
You criminal.
He robbed me. He robbed me.
Don't worry, I'm watching him right
rob
now.
you.
I'll pay attention.
I got witnesses.
Call the marshals.
Whoa, you think?
They don't.
Come on now. We ain't ratting on ourselves. All right. Well,
They don't exist.
drive safe.
Later, y'all.
That's right.
Oh, right, you're free to go, young man.
Okay, then what do you do? What do you do?
Before
you take off.
Dispatch, show Costello, back
No.
10-8. Or
All right, so 332-1038 eastbound Zancudo, code 4.
I'm gonna say all that
332-1038.
again. Okay.
But let them know
You run through that
that
again.
so when you say 1038 location code 4, you're saying traffic stop at Fort Zancudo is donezo, all clear, and then
What
you're
would all
putting
that be?
yourself
Could
back
you run
in
through that
service.
again? I like to write it down. So.
Yeah, you want to go through it. Let's let your partner try, and then you can try again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. So you would do call sign 1038, your location, and then code 4. And then you would do call sign 108.
Got it. Perfect.
Declan's gonna give you guys like a little set of like flashcards. Yeah, cheat sheet. After academy. But anything you guys need until then, I can help you with. Okay, let's have the other cadet try it out, and then if you wanted to try again, you can. If we have time.
All right.
mango lime chicken with some paradas
Is it
and some
locked? I didn't lock it, did I?
lettuce
Wow.
and tomatoes and peppers.
Oh,
Whoa!
I do like a good parata.
Whoa! Whoa, you saw that? Hey!
Oh my God, he's speeding.
Your sirens on.
Hey!
That's
I
a
was
fast
chirping at you.
car.
Hey, whoa now,
That's
boy.
gonna highway blast us.
Whoa now.
Please
Let's
pull
make
over.
sure we're saying everything over radio.
Yeah. 323, potential activated with a black and color cocaine occupied 2 times, 2 miscreants. Fort Zancudo. Oh wait, this 80 might be transitioning to a 38. No, we're in a 1080 right now. Pursuing a black and color coquette through the Zancudo. Oh, no, we are transitioning to a 38, it seems.
Sorry, we didn't hear you, bro.
No, it's all right.
Alright.
It's all right.
You're a little far away.
Woke up in the morning feeling like Pete.
Oh, wait, no, you can't say that no more. Yeah, you can't say that no more. Let's realize that.
There was Jesus. These people are crazy.
All right, so.
Okay, so here's.
Go ahead.
When I get out of the car, where am I right now?
You in a dead zone right now.
Yeah, so you're putting your passenger. I just died. You just got your partner
You just
killed.
got crunched. I saw that.
Gotta consider that when you.
Well, why'd you get crunched? I mean, you
in
got
peace,
out.
Helen.
Why'd you do that? If you were in this.
R.I.P. me.
All right. So if I'm doing it, hold on. What's the angular? You see? So you think that angular wrong?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you think I need to?
Yeah. So you want to angle towards the road, but you want to use the car to kind of protect yourself a little
Think
bit.
about you line up your like right front bumper with my rear left bumper.
Okay. So I'm just edged out too much.
So not only can they back up, but another car can come from behind. Another car can come from behind you and ram
You want
your
the right
car
corner?
into them.
Touching the booty
So
like
hang
that?
on.
Okay.
So picture you're pulling somebody over, so they're like they're next to a sidewalk.
You will exactly.
Like straight like look, I'm gonna pretend you're like on a sidewalk right now. I would angle my car like this. You come up behind them and just at the end you stick out.
Okay.
So then if I need to pull out, I can. But also like you're just like you're
On
monitoring.
that
If you're
last
too much
one,
like this.
Marshall was flared out more, so I came in a little more aggressively.
But you always want to pretend like you're coming up behind them and there's like parallel with the sidewalk, so you can't stick your car out like too much like this, or else it doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, you're right about that. I agree with you.
They do it now.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be completely perpendicular. If you are angled out more, because some people do that, just keep in mind where your passenger is getting out.
Like that?
Yeah, maybe like a little bit more space, and
Yeah, don't hit
that's like
them.
perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, you said more space? Oh, wait, I thought that oh, that is good. Okay. All right, so we're good now.
This is perfectly fine.
I'm about to say, I was like, what the fuck?
Dispatch, show
All right.
31123, latest 38 southbound.
323, 1038. Black and color 2-door vehicle occupied 2 times. Eastbound or southbound Fort Zancudo. Requesting 77s.
I was really good. Make sure you give your location before the vehicle description, because that's a little bit more relevant. But that was good. You've got your
Pause.
77.
Pause. Okay, I'm gonna disagree with Helen a little bit here. This is personal. This is what. Just wait. This is personal preference, okay? But I'm just gonna walk you through some logic real quick, okay? In the event that you get immediately shot at a traffic stop, you have a 13 Alpha. When you're signed on duty, you are equipped with a GPS tracker. Okay, so if you get shot, dispatch or anyone else is going to be immediately able to open up GPS, figure out where you are. Okay, it takes about 2 seconds. You click on one blip, and then you fucking spam left and right arrow key, and you go through all the blips until you figure out where the one you want is. Okay. However, if you don't get out the description of the car, there's no fucking clue who shot you. Okay. So if the cop is driving up to your car that you just got shot in, and you didn't say the description of the vehicle, that car could drive right past the officers and they would have no idea what to do with it. Whether to chase, whether to shoot it, nothing, okay? So in my humble opinion, I like to do the description of the vehicle. So I will say, dispatch, show 311 out with a black and colored Dominator, and then I will say the location, okay? Look, I'm always erring towards the side of caution. I come from Shift 2. I come from a world where I've just been fucking jaded and I'm cynical and I think everyone's gonna shoot me, okay? But, you know,
I agree with you.
That's the optimal sort of procedure. It's really not gonna change much on most traffic stops 95% of the time if you say the location before the vehicle. I'm just sort of giving you some context to why I think the way I do.
I think that
I agree with you, and you
point.
should change your cheat sheet to reflect that.
Oh, she checked you.
It's not my cheat sheet. I fucking copied it with somebody else. I will edit that.
Declan's overall point is that it's not black and white in the sense that you have to do
Correct.
this.
You don't
before
have
that.
to do it
You
one
have to
way,
do this.
right?
Like I do location before cars, but that's also
different.
because I blurred out all the
be
information
honest.
within the 3-second window,
Yeah,
so
I see
it
what
will
you
all
mean.
get out relevantly.
Yeah,
but
that's gonna be a
and it's also context driven. If I'm in the south side, okay, and I'm responding to shots fired, and I see a vehicle with its windows knocked out and bullet holes in the side, I'm gonna say, dispatch, show me out trying to pull over a purple and colored Dominator with bullet holes in it on the shots fired 77s, right?
Would you say
So,
that I would
you know.
I would seek the 77s before I'd even roll into that, right? Like that'd be crazy.
Yes, but if you view any kind of danger with the stop, such as a 1060 vehicle, such as, you know, shots fired, anything like that, your primary goal is to call 77s before even activating your lights. Your goal is to ensure that backup is coming. Then when backup is, let's say, less than 10 seconds out, then I would pull them.
So you mean I'd be kind of creeping on them from a distance? Keep the lights on.
Correct.
Okay.
You're
I'm just part of
maintaining
traffic.
visual
I'm just
contact,
part of
but not
traffic,
pulling them more.
okay.
Exactly.
I see what you mean.
All right.
Because the moment you
continue.
initiate a traffic stop, if they want to shoot you, they're gonna do it.
Yeah, and that's also, you're also just tipping your hands. Like when I run highway, I don't turn lights on until I get within the point where I know I'm gonna be able to keep up with them. Because if I turn lights on the second I pull out and they go by me at 170, they know to just keep gunning it and I won't catch up.
Hey, it's gonna pump it. All right.
All right, keep going. Good job.
All right, let's just assume my 77 is 23. Okay. All right. Engine off, windows down, please. Deputy Cleg Lacroix, the BCSO.
What the fuck did you say your name was, dude?
Cleg Lacroix.
Get up there.
What?
Cleg Lacroix. Listen, don't play games with me.
What the
Listen,
fuck?
license and registration, please.
I don't got my license on me, but I have a license.
Okay, is this your vehicle?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want a license. I need your license. Respectfully.
I don't got it on me.
That's problematic. Now,
Here you go.
fortunately,
there's his license.
that's his.
Y'all drive.
Is he the owner of this car, Mr. Cassidy?
No, it's my car.
Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem
Why?
because you driving a car that you saying registered to you ain't got
But
your
I have
own
a license.
identification.
He has a
That's
license.
beautiful.
We have a license in the car.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, the
That's
car is
beautiful. You
licensed.
do. Yeah, that's fantastic. If this was a situation where I just need to identify the passenger, but right now I'm trying to identify you.
But you know my name.
Well, yeah, that's what you're telling me. I don't know
Well,
if you're
run the
telling me
plate,
the
yeah.
truth. Well, that's just going to tell me to register on the car.
And
Respectfully.
it's my car.
Yes, understandably. But you are wearing a mask and some weird-looking freak gloves. And I'm gonna tell you now.
What the hell, man?
Well, listen, respectfully. I mean, are you a germaphobe? What's going on?
I am a germaphobe.
Okay.
Are
Whoa,
we
whoa,
shaming?
whoa.
Are we symptom shaming?
Break.
Hold
Okay.
on. All right.
Break. What we're not gonna do is antagonize and insult people on traffic stops to encourage them to escalate.
Germs?
You heard him, though. He came at me.
Are you
first.
coming for my ego?
Here's the thing: criminals are always gonna want you to escalate. They're gonna goad you. Don't give in.
I know my limits, but yes, you're right. You're right. You know what? You're right. Sir, listen. Unfortunately, today, I require your specific identification. Now, your physical identification, you do not have. But I do need to identify you. I will at least humbly request that you provide the particulars that you might have on your phone device. I need that.
Just fucking give it to him, bro.
But I
don't
also
wanna
need
deal
your
with this
ID
fucking guy
too.
anymore, bro.
So I need. You can give me both. That'd be cool.
I'll show you my digital card.
We got shit to do, bro. I don't want to deal with this fucking
There's my digital
cop
card.
anymore,
Oh shit,
dude.
digital.
I'm literally in the middle of a boost.
Digital. Oh, what's a boost? What's a boost?
I'm literally in the middle of a boost. His
Like the
moonshine
chocolate
coke
bar?
is done in 10
Yeah,
minutes.
I love a good boost protein shake. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's like a
And
chocolate
we're hitting
bar.
the
They've got
laundromat in
Yeah,
20
all right,
minutes.
Vince,
So I have
busy
I
day.
have
Do you mind not
a
doing that?
jam-packed day.
If I could
And this
ask
traffic
nicely?
stop is
Well, can
fucking
you? All right, I'm
inconveniencing
gonna
me.
speed this up, but what I'm gonna need from you is to have a little patience, right? I'm gonna go back to my vehicle right behind us, and I'm gonna go ahead and run a couple particulars on you and make sure that everything matching up right. All right. So I'll be right back with you. My partner will be here with you the whole time.
Okay, so you never asked him what the reason for the stop was, and you didn't inform him what the reason for the stop was. You got so caught up on your
I think
ID.
the flow of it has now.
Rid of the poisonous bush.
Illegal stop.
Yeah, you did poison
And now you
bush.
die because of it.
Okay.
No!
No!
Oh, you almost got him. You almost got him. You almost
Jesus
got
Christ.
him.
Yeah.
Just pranking you.
He just put two into your dome. So
That is true. I feel it mentally. I feel it. You know.
Yeah, but then I mag dumped the car.
Now my ego is hurt.
You pulled your taser out.
Okay, let's take this from the top.
I've swapped those now.
Go get in the car.
Yeah,
Go get in your car. Let's take this one from the top. This one, I think this one's.
We're coming in on the wee woos. All right. So wee woo. We stop. Okay. All right. We actually doing the full wee woo. All right. Come on now. Let's go.
I don't know why I made
Pull these fuckers over!
Pull them over. Fuck
You've
them.
got a reckless driving call, gray penumbra coming out of Vinewood Hills, and you've got visual. Get their ass.
Oh, this car sucks. Oh, it's all right. The brakes a little ass. All right, we didn't activate with that. We didn't activate it with a black and color cocaine. Unidentified occupants. We're in the Zancudo doing loops. I'm trying to pursue.
Jeez, don't kill us.
77s.
You've got no 77s. Everybody just got PD wiped in Cypress. It's just you.
I would transition to a 1038. Looks to be. All right. Hold on. All right. Now you got me second guessing the goddamn position of the car.
I hate the angle. I'm not good at the angle either. I'm not judging.
I'm getting furious right now.
If I get out, I'm dying. Don't do it.
All right. 323, 1038.
You might die.
With a black and color cokehead occupied 2 times in the middle of Zancudo. Requesting 7777 is dead, I heard. So, go ahead and proceed here. Sir, go ahead and cut that engine off and roll that window down for me. Appreciate that now. Oh, no, that's the opposite what I need from you now. Please, go ahead and comply. Thank you so much. All right, go ahead. That's the no. Are you feeling with the? Is that the? You having problems with the ignition? Go ahead and turn that off for me now. That's a lawful order. Thank you. All right. Hold on now. You're playing games with me. Hold on. Listen, we sure we ain't got no 77s back there.
They're all dead. Everybody's down. We haven't even gotten them out of there yet.
Not even a thought from a ghost?
That's
Jesus.
one of them dying on the radio. You got Vic Hanna.
Thank you for
We
the
can give you Vic Hanna,
you
and
don't want
that's
Vic.
it.
He'll make them shoot you.
It looks like they're compliant now. All right. Hey, you son of a bitch.
Oh my God!
We're back into an activator in the middle of Zancudo with the black and color 2-door vehicle occupied 2 times. I'm telling you right now. They flipped a 180 on me. I'm gonna be honest. I'm talking to the ghost right now, but it's fine. I'm gonna keep talking to him. I'm going and pursuing through wait. All right, we transitioned to a 1038. I think they finally came to their senses and they realized that I just wanted to talk to them and see what the hell going on. All right, attempting to make contact. All right. Engine off, window. Oh, it's already down. All right. Great.
No!
Oh, you son of a bitch.
No!
Listen, all right, now, listen. Now, you're going to make me... Hold on now. Can we, sirs, gentlemen, can we do this? I would like to at least have a conversation about your miscreant activities and understand why you're driving the way you are. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out. Deputy, what the hell?
Oh my God!
All right, we're in the middle of a footbail. I think the vehicle ran out. We're going. I don't have a watch on, so I can't tell the direction. But the ocean. We're going westbound, Zancuda Airport, to the goddamn things right here, to the goddamn runway. We in the bushes.
One male wearing a black and coloured shirt.
That's right. Blue
They just
gloves.
taken the car from the original scene and drove off.
Blue shooter gloves.
All right, listen.
White shoes.
Partner,
black
stay
hair.
mobile. Stay mobile with me now.
Hey, caught me a loser. He's
Nobody stayed with the car. He went and picked up his friend.
Yeah. Okay, all right. This one.
He told me to run.
They gone.
Okay,
VCB,
come back.
VCB,
told me to
VCB. Shit, they VCB'd us. You saw that?
They did.
We almost had them. We almost had them. Though. I ain't gonna lie. We got close to that one now. That was a very, very unfortunate situation. You saw what happened now. We got taken advantage of.
Hey, let's do it. Let's get through. Let's get through the traffic stop and not give him any grief for a second. So
all right, listen. I'm gonna catch that ass. I'm gonna catch that ass.
That gave me joy.
All right, perfect. You wanna take a seat in this? All right.
I'm over.
Oh,
all right, we're gonna fuck with you on this last one a little bit, but we're actually gonna let you do the fucking traffic stop, but we gotta be a little bit quick,
Why are you telling me?
right?
You son of a bitch. Just do it. Yeah, I gotta improvise. Listen, don't some
Don't call
assholes.
my sheriff a bitch.
I said son of a bitch, respectfully.
10-3 RTO.
All right. Dispatch.
Cassidy.
Dispatch, we're in the middle of 10A.
You.
We're in the middle of 10A with two miscreants in a black and color coquette, occupied 2 times, Zancuda Airport. Active 10A, they're pursuing now to the runway. Attempting to make contact. I done got pity in the goddamn Africa. I don't. The radio's breaking up.
I'm gonna throw up, man. I'm gonna fucking throw up.
The vestibular motion's making my partner sick.
Okay, break. Okay, let's do the traffic stop normally, okay, boys, and get through
Sorry, you
this.
called my mom a bitch. It pissed me off.
Okay, we're resetting, so that's no longer canon in this new traffic stop.
Wreck on.
You've never met this cop before, okay? And you're gonna give him a chance.
I'm friendly now. I'm friendly. All right, friendly. All right, I'm just patrolling the street, patrolling. Wait, why is that car doing donuts? Dispatch, show me 1038 with a black and color coquette, occupied 2 times, looking to be in the middle of Zancuda Airfield runway. I'm gonna go ahead and proceed with just try to make contact. And requesting 77s as well.
Unavailable, you can proceed.
All right now. All right, go ahead. Engine off, windows down, gentlemen, please. Appreciate that. Yeah, I noticed you're still doing things. Yeah, engine off, windows down, please. Thank you. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. All right. Deputy Cleg Lacroix. BCSO.
What's up, Croy?
No, it's Cleg Lacroix.
Yeah, what's up, Croy?
BCSO. You happen to know pulled you over today, gentlemen?
Probably because you got nothing better to do.
Yeah, you're right. That's my job, and that's what I. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Actually, you're right.
Bored or something, bro?
Yeah, I am a little bored, but thankfully y'all give me a little something to do today. May I have your license and registration, please, sir?
You want my license?
I'd love that from you.
Yeah, my license.
Yeah, thank you. Oh Lord. Oh, that's okay. Well,
you go pick it up.
Sure. Marshal, go ahead and stick with them. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab this. It looks like the wind picked it up out your hand.
Sorry, it slipped. I was eating a hamburger.
No, that's fine. It's fine. No, listen, I understand how it is.
Caramelized onions, jalapenos.
I don't like caramelized onions.
Appreciate it.
Wrong hands.
Reason for the stop. Y'all will, I kind of caught you at the peripherals doing some donuts, and I zeroed in on you. and I saw a little bit more recklessness.
Of course you would see fucking donuts.
Well, hold on. Nah, I think that's a reference to my particular occupation. Nah, that's a funny one. That's a funny one. I like that. I like it. You're funny. I'm just gonna go back, if you don't mind, and just run this information.
Can you hurry up? We got places to be, people to kill.
So let me get back to my business. Wait, do you hear that? Was that coming up?
My moonshine alarm is going to go off in 5 minutes.
I'm gonna leave you with Marshall. I'll be right back with you now.
You gave me
holy shit, these men might be criminals, not entirely sure.
Yeah.
Running information.
Cassidy's living out some kind of sick fantasy right now.
Running information, currently running information. Bing, 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 boom, boom, boom.
He's got multiple traffic stops. None in the past 3 weeks, but he's gotten a lot before. He's a violent felon.
An asshole, but he's maybe trying to clean up his
He's got 200 times attempted murder of a government employee.
He's only tried to kill 200.
200 attempted murder of a government employee.
I mean, 3 weeks is a pretty.
And he brags about it.
Yeah, I think he might be cleaning up his act. All right, so we're gonna give him a warning here.
Oh, there's my moonshine.
Oh my God! Hurry up! I can't let you do this. Sharmuta in a book. Let's go.
All right. Howdy, I'm back with y'all. Listen, I done ran your particulars, and it seems to be that you've had a colorful past, but we're not going to talk about that now because I did notice you've been attempting to clean up your act and, beautiful driving record over the last 3 weeks. Listen, what I need from y'all, and this is very important, I just need y'all to keep it within the lines, right? Drive straight down the road in the proper lane of travel, right? And just
give me a warning, bro.
Well, I'm gonna get to that, but since you like to fast forward through things, you know what? I'm feeling good today. I feel good feeling down in my loins, my plums, and I'm gonna let them guide me. All right, today.
No.
Okay.
You're now getting a sexual harassment complaint from these criminals.
Respectfully, it's my plums, not his.
Is it a warning, bro, or what, bro?
Listen, yeah, actually, this is my first time running into y'all. My name's Cleg Lacroix. Just don't forget the name, all right? Listen, I'd like to provide your identification back to you. Today, I'm just going to remember this and jot it down in my mental, and we're going to give you a warning, okay? Is that all right with y'all?
Yeah, that's great with me, Croy. Thank you.
Listen, I'm going to let you get back to your moonshine running, your boost, and murdering, and we're going to go ahead and see you later, but don't leave. Ouch, that hurt my pecker. Don't leave. No, please. God damn it. All right. Dispatch, transition to an 80. They got the fleeing, and I got the ID. We got the warrant on them. Come on now. We might have to shoot him.
One of them dropped out of the car.
Might have to do what?
I said, okay. Hey, whoa,
Sir,
whoa
no.
And your dad. And your dad. He had a stolen class too.
Hey, good work. That was good.
Time.
Hold on. Was it good? I think I might die. I think I might die.
Don't do it, sir. Put the gun down.
Okay, so let's pretend they did not.
All right,
okay, break. Shut up. Let's pretend they did not just ram you and take off. You get back in the car. What do you say to dispatch?
All right, I say, dispatch, 323.
Get on radio.
What do you say to me, bro?
Dispatch, show 1038, 10. What the fuck was it? Show that 1038, code 4.
You make sure you say the location as well. So 1038 Fort Zancudo, code 4.
Oh, 1038 Fort Zancudo, 10-4, 410, 10-4, 420.
Code 4.
Code
4. Code 4 is all clear.
Show me 10.
420, there's some overlap.
Show me 10.
There you go.
That's right.
Copy that.
Okay.
That's right.
Good job, except for the part where you prompted him to shoot you like 8 times.
Well, listen, I was trying to diffuse, and sometimes my diffusion, it's my southern charm, my vernacular.
What shift are you?
2. Dose.
Okay, good luck.
Oh, okay. All right. Fantastic. I'm very excited.
You're going to get shot a lot.
Oh, all right. Perfect. Okay. All right. Would you like to drive the car, my superior?
Please, no.
Thank you.
Head back.
Thank you. This was an illuminating experience. All right. Marshall, you working? What shift you working, Marshall?
Oh my God! No! My life!
Oh shit! My tailbone. Yeah, get fucked.
Don't escalate. Don't tell him go fuck. Don't he'll shoot us.
You're right.
You're like, haha, you got me.
Listen, I'm used to dealing with these freaks in the South. I gotta remember.
Yeah, but they're probably freaks for different reasons.
Yeah.
Breathing, you know.
What the fuck?
We're going out of the
All right.
Well, there, I told you, there she
You
goes.
could have put it on. I put mine on.
I think. Oh no, I think our FTO's dead.
Oh, she's good.
I'm okay.
Oh, she's alive.
Jesus Christ, she built like a brick shit house.
Sounded like Super Mario. Like he was like, wow,
I
wow.
heard that. Yeah, you're right about that one.
Wow.
Good job, guys.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank
Drop back
you.
channel 9.
Good job to
Oh,
you.
you're going back to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
Radio check.
I didn't shoot. I called somebody else. I said, check my blip. Check my blip. What's your ping? What's your ping? Ooh.
Before I die?
Who's this one?
Do you have a drink?
Are you hop up?
I don't think I have a drink.
There you go,
Yeah.
fill it.
Oh wait.
Mr. Goggle.
My drink was
You do the hop out? You do the... This is making me very scared.
Let's get everybody back on channel 9 if you're not
Yes.
already. Everybody back on
You're a
channel
scary
9.
guy.
Channel
I
9
can't
again,
lie.
everybody.
I'm like one of the least
Let's
scared
get-
Let's get everybody back on channel 9 if you're not already.
The
Let's
Goggle
regroup
says
channel
hop
9,
out.
everybody.
Rank top 10. All good.
You got in that hand, boy.
Where's
Okay, so a couple of things we're gonna talk about now that we've got traffic stops
He
done.
said she smells like fish.
All right, let's cut comms. Everybody, channel 9, channel 9, channel 9.
Channel 9, channel 9, channel 9.
Channel 9,
N4.
channel 9, come on.
N4.
Sorry.
All right, everybody
What's
back
up,
on channel 9. Okay.
Oh, hey, Mr. Miller. We were finding.
If you can hear
Yeah.
me, let's get in
yeah.
front of the cars facing me.
I
please.
went
supposed to mean, Mr. Miller?
Juicy?
Cadets standing in front of the vehicles, FTOs over by me. Okay. All right, so,
I'm in front of you, like you said.
Yeah, thank you, Juicy. Let's back up a little bit, though. It's a little close.
He's
All right.
glazing. Chad, he's glazing.
Okay, great. So, you guys have gone through a series of traffic stops. I hope y'all learned something. I know from what I heard
Riding.
driving around, it seemed like people were getting pointers. People were
Like in the
evolving
car.
over, different stops. I'm going to go through a couple of things I noticed, and then I want to run over with, we're going to throw it to Bruce, who was driving around observing, and then also the EMS for also, if they had anything. So, a couple of things I noticed. Number one, one thing that I said to Helen, when I pull over a car, there is a decision I make every time I'm on a traffic stop, and it might not always be the same. And that is, what information do I prioritize on the radio? Some people will teach you to call out the location you're at, the description of the car, and the number of occupants. However, I'm going to give you a scenario where that doesn't work. Let's say you pull over a car that's 1060, and you're fleeing a shots fired call. Okay, but they pull over, so you think it's just like a 38, right? If you pull them over and you sit there and you go, hey, dispatch, this is Juicy Williams out here at a 38 on Las Lagunas. In that amount of time, if they get out and shoot you in the head and drive away, no one on the force knows what kind of vehicle you were pulling over. So, in that circumstance, I'm going to say the type of vehicle, the description of it, the occupants, any identifying features I can give, if it's a sketchier type call, and then the location, because guess what? If I get shot, everyone can check the GPS where I went down. They can know where I got shot, but they cannot know what kind of vehicle shot me unless I tell them. So just something to think about. It's not always going to be the same order. It's just going to be context driven and your experience in the circumstances. Another thing, I remembered this when watching Juicy and told him about it. We now have the ability to ask people to hand us their IDs physically. This is highly preferable to them just flashing it at you, because you can then take it and walk back to your car, and now they're disincentivized from just peeling off and speeding away from you, right? Because that's an easy warrant at that point. So what you want to do is, if you get someone with their mask off, you first walk up, introduce yourself, a little bit of small talk. Hey, by the way, can I get your mask off while I'm talking to you on this stop? And then from there, once you request their ID and you have them hand it to you physically, you've got positive ID, and so you're kind of covered. It also lets you set the tone for the stop, because if they start questioning you and refuse to hand over their ID, that gives you some instincts about, you know, what you're dealing with, right? So just a couple things I noticed. Bruce, anything you observed you want to bring up?
So one main thing I did see a few times is when you are approaching the vehicle, make sure you are recognizing the pillar where you should stand at. Don't stand in front of the driver's window. Obviously, they could take their gun and shoot you. Another thing, if you're pulling someone over who's wearing a mask or has goggles that would take away from their identifiable features, you can ask them, well, you should ask them to remove their mask just so you can identify them when you go back to run their information at your MDT in your vehicle.
This is important, and this was brought up, I think it was Aspen's group maybe that I heard talking about this. The reason why this is super important, some of you might have policed in other cities or even this one in the past, a long time ago. And back then, you know, you used to bill people with the, you know, again, I'm just gonna break a fucking wall here. You used to use the fucking PayPal number to bill people, but everything is done by state ID now. So if someone lies to you and fakes their identity and gives you a fake ID, you're gonna bill that person on the ID, not the person in the car. Because we're not billing based on, you know, PayPal or anything, it's based on state ID. So you need to be sure about who you're processing, who you're detaining. We have had people try to impersonate other people all the way up until in the cells, still claiming to be that person, because then they're going to go back and sue and say, oh, it wasn't me, they processed me wrong, blah, blah, right? So be aware of who you're dealing with, try to positively ID them, get the mask off. EMS, anything you heard, observed, you want to bring up? Anything at all?
Yeah, one of the people we were working with didn't notice that there were 4 people in the back of, like, in the vehicle every single time the traffic stop happened.
Mother shit, who did that one?
Good point.
That was you, buddy.
Good point. Always make sure that you're observing how many people are in the car. This is a very simple animal instinct, but guess what? When you're out there on your shift, if they know that you've got one car with no backup and there's only 2 of you and there's 4 of them, they're more likely to be like, what the fuck are you going to do about it, right? They may puff their chest out and be like, what do you want to do? What are you going to do? You're going to pull me out of the car? I'll just beat your ass, right? So always think about, you know, making sure you know your surroundings, making sure you know who's where, how many people there are, etc. Okay.
Sorry,
yeah,
just as well, like, if you get flustered, you know, don't raise your voice. Try to keep calm. And because if you raise your voice, they're going to raise their voice, and then it escalates the situation. Just keep it calm. Take a breath,
100%.
and just relax it down, man.
Can I say something on that note?
Yeah, but one second, I want to double down on this. Look, guys, I'm going to be transparent with you. Some of you know this, some better than others. I think some of you might have even engaged in this in a past life at one time or two. But here's the deal, okay? Let's be honest with each other. Sometimes out there on the street, when you're police, it's kind of like a playground environment, okay? If the fucking bully kid, okay, realizes that you get emotional and you get upsetty spaghetti when they pit you or bump your car or call you names, they're going to hone in on that, they're going to focus on it, and they're going to double and triple down. So don't be the person who's sitting there getting bumped, you know, in the car, and all of a sudden you're screaming on radio and losing your voice and breaking your voice and all this. Oh my God, they're ramming me, ah! Because guess what, guys? They're just going to continue doing it because they know that it's getting under your skin and distracting you from doing your job. So Lottie raises a really good point, which is stay composed. Do not feed into that bullshit. In fact, all of you applied to the BCSO, and there was a question in the application specifically about that scenario. So remember that. Helen and Aspen?
Also, sorry, adding on to that as well. Internally, you are cadets. Externally, you are officers. You are deputies. Don't tell them that this is your first week, this is your first traffic stop, because as soon as they find out you are fresh meat, you are fucking cooked.
Yeah, that's how you get lang booted. All right, Helen, go ahead.
Kind of on that same thing, but don't be the person to start antagonizing them. Don't start insulting them. Especially if you're a shift 1 or 2, you are going to run into the wrong person, you're going to get shot. Obviously, it's a vibe check. If you've got a good rapport with someone and you're fucking around, do your thing, but just be aware that if you start throwing insults at them, escalating the situation verbally, you are putting your own life and the life of your fellow officers in danger.
And that'll change as you become a full deputy and you move on, right? There's some people when I see out on the street, I might talk shit to them, right? But that's because that's the relationship I have with that person. If I've seen Finley Milton, I'm gonna be like, remember that time I shot you in the fucking head, you piece of shit? And he's gonna be like, fuck you, Declan, you fucking monster, and all that, right? This is how it goes, okay? But you build that rapport with people. Yeah, I know, Bob. You build that rapport with people, and you have sort of an understanding between the two of you, right? And sometimes it's okay to be like that frenemies type thing, right? But that's the goal, is to maintain the fact that everyone knows that, you know, you're doing it out of endearment for their person, not because you actually fucking hate them and you get on duty and you're like, fuck this, right? That's wrong. Aspen, any other further comments?
I just wanted to point out as well, when you're pulling someone over and obviously trying to get the visual of how many people are inside, make sure you're telling them over the megaphone, which will segue into the next part, is telling them to put their engine off, you know, windows down, because it is very awkward if you are just silent, you know, in your car for a while and they don't know what's happening. They're going to up their chances of taking off. So just like give them something in some direction. That way they're not, you know, getting more antsy and more awkward.
Oh yeah, and that's why also if you have a partner in the car, leave your partner at the passenger side window, have them get out of the car with you, approach the other car with you, and then when you go back to run the information, you always say something like, why don't you sit here for a second and chat with my partner Bob over there, right? And then that's on your partner to kind of do a tight, you know, 5, right? Kind of control the room. Another tactic you can use that I do a lot, and this is kind of a trick, but this will save your ass. If you're trying to do a traffic stop and there's an active like 80 or some other situation, people are yelling on the radio, you don't want to sit there and manually type into your, you know, laptop on the dashboard about your 311 with your traffic stop. So what I'll do is I'll 311 38 my 20, and then I'll say out loud, pretending to be on the radio, dispatch show 311 out on traffic, and I'll do the full thing, but I'm just talking, I'm not on the radio, and it's for their benefit, so they think that I've actually informed everyone, and they think that I've actually called for backup, etc. It's just the illusion of that happening, etc.
You can always go on another channel as well.
Yeah.
Like,
And you can also pretend to be on the radio like this. Hey, dispatch, this is me talking on the radio.
Hey, dispatch.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, not specific to traffic stops, but just something to keep in mind. When you do something stupid and you get yourself shot and it turns into a 78's call, it's not just you anymore, right? You just involved every single cop that is on duty. Literally everybody. So you wanted to fuck around and call somebody an asshole as a joke or whatever. You have to think about like what the consequences are there. You're not just gonna get shot and then everything goes yada, you go get help, right? Officers are gonna fucking roll up. It's gonna be 78s. Everybody's involved. Every single person that's able to respond is gonna be there. So just use your fucking judgment and don't cause problems for everybody else on duty.
Yeah, the best way I can explain this, your SBS and your dumb shit is fine as long as it's contained. But if you don't contain it, then you're responsible, and if it turns serious, that's not anyone's fault but your own. Okay? So if you're going to enter into doing dumb shit with people, please understand that you're responsible for what happens. So either contain it or be happy with accepting the consequences of what you did. All right.
One thing, Declan. Just for Cassie's thing, what Cassie said is, yeah, and Declan, containing your SBS is important because if you pull everyone off of what they're doing, some cops could be chasing, let's say, like a smaller group's first laundromat, you know, that they've spent the whole day planning for and putting a lot of effort in, but they just got their cops pulled off because, you know, you were fucking around and you had to alpha. So, like, your little fucking around, whether it not be, you know, malintent, could sort of fuck over other people unintentionally.
It affects the whole city. It's literally the whole fucking city gets affected when you get shot at a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it also
we're not
involves all
gonna
the EMS.
we're gonna harp on this too much, but you guys get the point. You know, we want everyone to enjoy themselves, and so again, contain your shit, make sure you're in control of it, don't let it get too big. And if it does, you know, communicate to the other people involved that you need to shut it down, right? Leave the scenario, walk away, right? Whatever, don't just keep doubling down. Okay, that being said, that's enough talking. Now we're going to go back into some active stuff. The number one thing we need to do before that is I need everyone to make sure that we have, again, some keybinds down. So I want everyone to go into your 5M keybinds. You're going to be binding two things. One is a police action. So you're going to be looking for the preface ahead of it with the parentheses like police or whatever. And it's I'm just paraphrasing. You're looking for something that says pull target out of car with baton or whatever, okay? So you're looking for a keybind that talks about it's a police action, remove target from car with baton or pull target out of car with baton.
Drag suspect out vehicle.
There you go, drag suspect out of vehicle, perfect. So go ahead and set that to something. Keep in mind, whatever button you set that to, you're gonna press it while you're standing outside of the car wielding a baton. So, a nice one, Alan. So, go ahead and remember, also they can't see locals that far away from you anyway. So go ahead, yeah, it's a very, very short range. So go ahead and remember, you can use anything you want, just something that makes sense so you can do it where you're right, like next to the vehicle, right? So whatever you're gonna use, that's fine. Once you've set that up, we're gonna practice. So everybody, when you've got it set up, pull out your baton so I know that you're ready. Okay, looks like almost everybody's good. Cleg, you good? Okay, perfect. So we're gonna use a couple cars here. Let's have the Sheriff's Explorer, and we'll use the
you got a
EMS
bug on
car.
your foot, Captain.
Okay, let's use the Sheriff's Explorer right behind you guys, and then the EMS, and maybe this Taurus. Let's have you guys practice being the person in the car getting pulled out, being the person pulling them out. Let's have the cadets taking turns on either side. Just go ahead. Just start jumping in cars, guys, and doing it to each other. Remember to vocalize. Sir or ma'am, I'll be pulling you out of the car at this time.
Get me.
Before we do anything, everyone wait, just listen for a sec. I want you to be understanding of something. You remember how when you were cuffing each other earlier, how, you felt like you could resist cuffs?
You're not vocalizing it.
When you are inside the car as the driver, you can resist being pulled out of the car. So the first time this happens, let the other person pull you out, okay? Let them do it, don't resist. But after you've both gotten a chance where nobody resists, then start trying resisting and things like that. All right, go ahead.
Hey, mister, I'm pulling you out of the car.
Costello right here. Costello, right here. Right
Come on out,
Try
you're
to
done.
pull Adrian out the car.
Hey,
You're never gonna get us.
Put your hands
Right here,
inside.
Adrian.
Mr. Boy.
Good job.
Love Mr. Boy.
See this open.
My name is Rain Soda. I just robbed the bank with the BBMC and I'm never going to prison.
Hey, boss, do you want to try? Come here. That am right. I'm ripping your ass out the car now.
All right.
Oh shit! I'm not ripping your ass out the car now. I'm ripping
It's a little hard. You got it.
Okay, Jesus Christ. I'm ripping your ass out the car
Gotta be
now.
ready.
Oh my
Follow
God.
me. He's ready. Is he ready? Is he ready?
Actually,
Come on, you got
I
that.
need to. Okay, now that I know that, I'm
No, you can do
set up a little
passenger as
different
well,
thing
but
with it.
sometimes it's weird.
I'm ripping your I'm ripping your ass out the car now.
Yeah, go on. You've got that.
Like,
no, I'm not. God
if you're
damn it.
lined up with the
All right,
passenger side and there's nobody in the
What do you
driver's
have?
seat, you can do the passenger.
The finger that
otherwise
I
it's
have it
just-
set to also sets a scene, so it's a problem. So it's now I got
Right.
two
Okay.
things happening at once.
So what I have mine as
Sometimes
is
it's,
middle mouse
it's
click.
hit or miss anyway.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Isn't that
the
how I
driver
just
has to be out
use
of
stuff
the
in
car.
general, though?
The driver,
That's a big change, right? Isn't it?
I don't know.
Actually,
Like middle
no,
mouse
at
clicks.
the
You
vehicle-
click in the scroll wheel. You know.
Yeah. Actually, let me. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do that right now.
Yeah.
Rip him out of the car.
I'm about
Mess
to.
him
Hold on.
up.
I'm gonna get a different
He's
finger for
switching
it.
his thing because he had the wrong one.
Yeah, this shit ain't right. It don't feel good. Now that I know how it's working. So let's see. Drag. Oh God.
Drag suspect out
Okay,
of the
so
vehicle.
as you guys are going through this and you're experimenting, you'll be finding a couple of things. Number one, if you fuck up and you fail to pull them out, it's going to get harder and harder as you get more stressed out because you're failing and you're nervous.
Ripping
Okay?
your ass hit the core.
Holy shit!
Oh, it's so fast now. No, I
So,
can't.
you
I've
know,
tried too many
make sure you're
times.
hitting
Now
it
it's
the
like
first
a
time is all I can tell you.
Yeah, I'll rip him out, and then when he gets back in, it'll be easier.
Okay, cool. Yeah, get him out. Get him out.
Get out of the car.
You son of a bitch.
Don't shoot me.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yep. Too late. You're dead now.
No.
fucking dead.
Okay, now you try.
All right.
If
Got
it's-
that?
Ripping you out of the goddamn car. Apparently not. No, it's still fast as hell. It's like I see it
Still
for a
fast
split
as fuck?
second and it's gone. What the hell?
Here, Lando, you get out. I'll try. I'll get him.
Yeah.
Put
Try
me
that.
inside. Maybe.
Oh, maybe it's a you thing. You ever think about that?
Yeah, it could be.
Right. Listen, going for rip the hell out of the car. Nope, still, it's a microsecond.
You know
It's
what?
just-
Try a different car. Try a different car.
Right,
Try a
how about
different
this?
car.
How about this? Oh yeah, new car could work. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I agree. We're smart.
On this one, Helen, you want to get him?
We're extremely intelligent individuals.
Oh god.
I got a Slim Jim at 1 second.
This is gonna be a difficult one. This is a fast whip.
Pop that open.
She first tries this. Absolute nuts.
Nah, fuck.
Oh,
You jinxed me.
I'm sorry.
You ain't cracked like that.
Ah,
If you could, I'm telling you, if you could do one of these, the goat. I'm not kidding.
I'm good at this normally, so
I'm getting better slowly.
I'm
Used to be
not doing
so
great
bad.
right now. But I
All right,
think that's
now that everyone, I
nervous.
think, is at a chance, right? Let's come back to the center here. I want to go over something.
Okay, rip me out, quick.
Rip them out. No, it's microsecond. It's actually
right here. So you're gonna
Put
feel
your
the
baton
same
away?
thing. You're gonna see the same thing if you're inside the vehicle getting pulled out. It's gonna feel exactly the same. So we could just do it that way around.
All right, let's try this again. Going for rip out the hell of the fucking what the hell? I can't even say it anymore. I'm doing it though.
Did you get it?
Microsecond. No. I just it's
Why won't you do? I want you to
You
jump
might
in the
just have to
driver's
wait a
seat of
while
the
and try
vehicle,
to-
and I'm gonna let you see what it looks like.
Okay.
Oh, or like try and hit it to like
Let
stop
me
it.
run.
All right.
Oh, you got it.
Everybody,
You got it.
let's group up if you got your shit results.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah, what's up?
I want to see how long.
Maybe it's still the same. Like
All right, I'm gonna
You
tell
might
you
be
guys
you might be a
something
little
that is,
stuffed. Wait a while and try
I
later.
think I did.
I can't explain it any other way, but it's fucked.
I know
and
what you're
want you to
explaining,
learn
Joe. I know
so
what
you
you're
can
explaining,
understand
though.
what happens in a scene. You can correct it. So, you've all felt what it feels like to succeed on pulling someone out of the car, right? So when you think about doing it, you succeed, and then they get pulled out of the car. That's a stationary vehicle. So there's a problem with our batons and our, we'll just call it our drive for success. If you go to pull a driver out of a car and the box gets broken or they decide to drive away or whatever, and you succeed in what you're trying to do with pulling them out, but you haven't pulled them out yet, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, there is no way to stop them from getting pulled out of their car. And you may be thinking to yourself, Declan, does that mean that you're using some like advanced forbidden jutsu where you're going to teleport to their location a mile down the road and pull them out of the car with your spirit form? The answer is yes. So, the only thing you can do at that point is apologize, let them get back in the car and resume the scenario. So if you go to pull them out of the car, you succeed, but they move or they drive away just in the same split second that you succeeded, just know there is nothing you can do. There's no amount of escape or EC or anything will stop them from being pulled out of that car. This is something that's been discussed and it's just been persistent the whole time. There's nothing we can do about it. So be careful about what you're doing, and if it happens, vocalize to the other police to just let them get back in the car. This has happened to me numerous times. It's just part of the job. So don't be surprised if that happens to you. As far as the whole thing with pulling them out, as Juicy learned, and some others, when you pull someone out of the car, and you fail to pull them out on your own, they don't resist, you just fail to, get the right angle, you're going to feel more and more stressed out, and it's going to be harder and harder to do it. To the point where if you fail like 2 or 3 times, you're just going to be unable to pull them out of the car at all. So at that point, if you're on scene and you're told to pull someone out of the car, and you feel like you can't even try anymore, and your arms get tired, make sure you communicate that to someone else on scene and say, hey, can you take over for me? My arms are really tired, something like that. Because it's not, scuff or anything, that's how things are. Okay, so that is the baton. The reason why we taught you this here is because, guess what, guys? Let's go back to it. What did we do today? We learned to sign on as a cop. We got our uniform on. We got our loadout. We understood the facilities. We got on duty on radio. Then we went out there and we started doing a traffic stop. We used the first presence, right? First level force, presence. Second level force, verbal commands. We talked to them at the stop. But what happens at that stop if they refuse to give you their ID? He's going to sit there and go back and forth with them for an hour? I mean, I've had traffic stops where this guy from the BBMC and I, Mike Kowalski, yelled at each other for 5 minutes, me being like, give me your ID. And he's like, no, fuck you.
I know the answer.
He kept
I know the
throwing
answer.
shit out. What's that?
And that's when we escalate. Because now,
Exactly.
now it's they're what's the word? Obstruction of justice.
Disobeying, obstruction, any of that shit, right?
Yes.
So now they have committed an arrestable offense. It has moved from a ticket, which is not arrestable, to a misdemeanor, such as disobeying or obstruction or any of those things. If they don't hand their ID over and you're ordering them to, that's a lawful order. You have every right to do so based on the infraction you witnessed. It's legal detention, right? And if they don't give you their ID and they flat out refuse, well, they need to be arrested. They refuse to get out of the car, you physically pull them out with the baton. So that's why we just learned that. Now, let's say that we move to the point where they go ahead and they get out of that car and you pull them out and they still don't give you the ID. Well, what now, Juicy?
It's a felony.
Oh, no, not a felony, but what I mean is, what do you do physically now? You pulled them out of the car physically and they're still refusing to give you the ID. What do you do?
Oh, detain them.
Exactly, get them in cuffs, okay? So
you say I'm going to be placing you under arrest. Don't tell them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now I will tell you, there is some awkwardness. Some people are like unsure how to proceed with this. When you pull someone out of a car, I would give it like a 1 or 2 count, so they're fully out of the car on the ground, and then I would say, "Sir, place your hands behind your back," and you can go for cuffs, right? Don't speed run it so you hit the green bar, you pull them out, and then you're instantly slamming the cuff button. Okay, don't be a fucking asshole. Have some like modicum of fucking self-restraint, right? And that vocalization should be the buffer time that allows it to be more reasonable and expected. Again, give them the agency, right? Tell them what's happening. Sir, if you don't get out of the car and give me your ID, I'm going to pull you out of the car. Fuck you. All right. Pulls him out of the car. Sir, I'm going to be placing your hands behind your back in cuffs at this time. Goes for cuffs, right? So just, again, the more that you do the things that are standard, the more that everything else will fall into place. There's a reason why we teach it the way we do. Okay, so now we've gotten all the way up to the point where the person is out of their vehicle, they've disobeyed, they're under arrest, but they break cuffs. What's next?
They are not resisting arrest, and that's when you.
What now?
1 second.
You got it.
He's looking at his cheat sheet.
I'm not cheating.
Right.
Answer is, now is what we call a foot bail. Because the person is not complying, they have broken cuffs and they are running the fuck away from you. So, we're going to now teach you the proper protocols for a foot bail. These are very important, and then you're going to get to chase each other and chase the FTOs, so it'll be fun.
That time we can't run now.
So, yeah, it's really fucked now. Unfortunate, but actually it's good because it'll allow us to focus on the protocols more than anything else. So, on a foot bail, there are a couple things you need to know. Number 1, in order to keep yourself as safe as possible, if you are on a solo foot bail, you will never have your taser out. I'm going to say that again. If you are on a solo foot bail, I should never see you with a taser out. The reason is that if you go around a corner and you're holding a taser and they pull out a gun or a knife, you are going to lose that fight, okay? Also, Omar, I don't hear you on radio if you try to talk.
No, I was going to ask why, but you said why.
Yeah, 10-4. We do not carry taser in a solo foot bail. You are putting yourself in a position where they're going to, like, look over their shoulder as they're running, be like, oh, this dumbass has a taser out. Go around the corner, pull out a fucking, M1911 or a Glock and just shoot you in the head, okay? What are you going to do? Nothing. So, when you are on solo foot bail, you use your gun as your passive lethal that you have out, and you go for tackles and cuffs until you get back up. You do not ever tase solo. I don't want to see you doing it. I don't care. Now, if you have a partner with you, you're going to operate in tandem. The lead person on the chase on the foot bail has taser. This is less lethal, okay? So you'll call out. Let's say, let's just pretend we just crashed out, and the EMS are the suspects. I might say, 311 chasing the lady in the yellow top with the blue hair, okay? And then let's say Omar wants to come help me. He's going to say, all right, 311, I got your lethal, right? And the reason he tells me he has my lethal is so that I feel comfortable having my taser out, right? Communication. Teamwork. So then I chase, I go for the tackles, he holds lethal, he always makes sure that if she breaks cuffs or I'm exposed with my taser out, she doesn't pull out a gun or a knife and fuck me up, all right? He's got my back. So that's how we do that. When the footbill, you identify who you're chasing, you call it out, call your call sign. You get lethal at first until you hear someone behind you or someone on radio tell you that they've got your lethal. Just like that. You know, Marshall, I've got your lethal. Okay, Juicy, I got your lethal. And then that allows them to feel comfortable pulling out the taser. Now, another thing on footbill, okay? And this is very, very important. I'm going to say this a couple times so you guys make sure you understand. The rule of thumb in our SOPs is that there is 1 taser per suspect, okay? 1 taser per suspect. This is very important policy-wise, and I'm going to tell you why. Let's imagine that, again, Lottie is the suspect. And let's imagine, for the sake of very fun argument, that Veronica here is a motorcycle. Now, if I'm here, and Lottie is running from me on foot, and she's got a bike stashed, and Lottie goes to get on the bike, I'm going to tase Lottie off the bike and go for cuffs, right? And she's going to resist cuffs, right? And then what happens? She gets up from getting cuffs. I'm going to say, ma'am, don't do it. Don't get on the bike. She's going to get on the bike. I'm going to tase her again, right? She's going to break cuffs. Then I'm going to say, ma'am, I'm really warning you. Please stop. I don't want to keep tasing you. She's going to get on the bike. I'm going to tase her again. She resists cuffs. Now, can anyone tell me why the rule is 1 taser per suspect? Has anyone figured out what I'm getting at?
Because people cry about spam tase.
Yes, but why is... No, you're not thinking about why the rule is 1. No. Here's why, guys. The taser cartridges have 3 shots. The mechanics work that you can resist cuffs 3 times until it becomes unmanageable to break cuffs. So, if it's 1 taser, and I shoot the taser 3 times and try to cuff them 3 times, they have the ability to break cuffs and get on the bike. And after my 3rd shot, I have to sit there and reload, right? Which gives them time to get on the bike and drive away. This is how things are balanced, okay? This is why our SOPs work the way they do. So while people may cry about being spam tased off a bike, the way that the balance works is they have the chance to get away if they break cuffs 3 times. Now, I am promising you right now, if I see you do this out in the field, I will come down on you very hard, and that is, if you go and you tase someone, and then you go for cuffs, if I see you reload your taser while going for cuffs, I will fuck your shit up, okay? You will be suspended. Problems. Because what you're doing is you're fucking power gaming and breaking the balance, so now you have 4 tases, which means then the person has no chance to get away because you're going to tase them 4 times and they can't break cuffs, okay? Everyone clear on why we have 1 taser per suspect?
Hey, firm.
Yes,
Captain.
Good. And you know what, guys? I want you, just as much as anyone else's cadets, if you see out in the field multiple people tasing the same person, you should call out, hey, let's get 1 taser per suspect. You know, make sure you're carrying lethal if you're not, you know, primary, etc., okay? Everyone needs to be on this. It needs to be disciplined. We need to work as a unit because it's also about safety, okay? Now,
EMS POV on this as well. You have literally shocked someone multiple times with high voltage. That can cause heart attacks. So some people will, you know, play that out. Others won't. But be aware that if you do tase them, there is a chance that that then becomes more serious, and you may end up killing your suspect.
100%. And if you're look, you're protected if you follow SOPs, right? But if you break SOPs and you had 2 people tasing someone and they have a heart attack and play that out, you're probably going to get sued and you're probably going to deserve it. So follow the SOPs. Think about what you're doing. This leads me to another part about foot bails. 2 people per suspect on a foot bail. I understand it's exciting. You're going to get into your first couple of foot bails on duty. You're going to be all rip-roaring, ready to go to catch the suspect, right? You finally got him out of the car. 4 car swaps deep, 2 bike swaps. You finally got him on foot. You know, they've broken cuffs twice. You're going for the 3rd and 4th cuff. You're all excited. Do not let me catch you with fucking 4 or 5 people conga lining chasing one person down the road. If you are not primary or secondary on that foot bail, you get your ass back to a car and you run parallel and you stay mobile. You make yourself useful by checking for interfering vehicles. You set yourself up to spike. You set yourself up to block them, to slow down the foot bail, all those sort of things. You do not, okay, make yourself the fucking center of attention and insist that you have to be the one on the foot bill. If there's 2 people already on the suspect, get the fuck back in your car. So, basic rules once again. If you're solo, lethal only. If you have a duo, front person has taser, second person has their lethal. One taser per suspect is the rule. Do not reload your taser in the middle of cuffing them. You reload your taser after all of your shots are out and they've resisted cuffs, okay? Now, finally, like I said, only 2 people per 1 suspect on a foot bill. Those are the rules for foot bills. Now, there is one more policy that I need to make you aware of that you might not be aware of, but it is the case, and there's a reason for it. We do not tase on primary foot bails until the person has been tackled and resisted cuffs. So,
Right.
if we have a traffic stop and the person flees from the traffic stop, or we have, let's say a stolen car and the car gets boxed after the traffic stop and they flee, you are not to tase them, even if you're primary, even if you have 2 people on the foot pursuit, even if it's safe, you are not to tase them until you have at least tackled them once and they've resisted cuffs. After they resist cuffs, you're going to warn them, sir, you keep resisting, I'm going to have to tase you, okay? Well, I'm going to have to tase you now, sir. Go ahead.
Question. So if you tackle and they resist, then where is the balance? Because you have 3 tases now and they can only break the cuff 2 more times.
On a foot bail, the amount of time on a foot bail between when you should be tasing and how far they're running away generally is enough time to extend that timer.
Is there a number?
There is not a number. You will get a feel for it. Let me just put it this way, okay? When I tackle someone and I go for cuffs and they resist and they get up and start running, I'm spending the next 5 seconds telling them about how I'm going to tase them. I'm not tasing them. Does that make sense?
Yes, Captain.
Every time you vocalize and I think you guys are starting to see now how the reason we do things is multi-layered, right? So the reason we vocalize is so they have the agency, but also us taking the time to vocalize ahead of doing things and repeating ourselves gives them time to maybe build a little distance, maybe time to run away from us, right? So don't do things purely based on mechanics. Do things based on, again, the atmosphere of being a police officer, telling them, what you're doing before you do it, all those sort of things. I will say on foot bails with tasers, there is an exception to the tackling rule, and that is a car swap. If this person is getting out of the car and they are running on foot just to get in another car, you are free to tase them right off the bat. Because the whole reason behind the policy is that you should be tackling them first, because if they're on foot, they're already at a high chance of getting caught, and you shouldn't just immediately start tasing them because it's oppressive. But if it's a car swap or something like that, you can feel free to tase them immediately. Okay. Also, I will make you guys aware of something else. You may notice that you've got a lot of equipment on, right? You've got to carry a lot of stuff. The more IFACs you're carrying, the more armor plates you're carrying, the more repair kits you have on, the more spare ammo, the more food, right? The more likely it is that you're going to be slower than the person you're chasing. So that's why we have the teamwork we have of, the tackles and the tasers and lethal and non-lethal. Okay, final thing before we actually do foot bails. This is cringe, but I just have to say it. Some of you are aware of this, some of you not. If you are chasing someone and they are super fast and way faster than you and you can't figure it out, some walks are faster than others. It's just how it is. So some people who are really brave or third-level gangsters or whatever the fuck, these people are faster than others. It's just how it is. Don't be confused. It's not scuff. You're not, just slow for some reason. It's just how it is, okay?
We also carry a shitload of equipment, which does slow you down.
So understand, if you want to make the choice to run a certain way, I'll demonstrate, okay? When I run highway patrol, this is how I walk. So when I try to run on someone on highway patrol, this is what it's going to fucking look like, okay? But that's because I'm not planning on chasing people in pursuits and all that. I'm just giving traffic tickets, okay? Also, everything's scuffed right now, so you can't run anyway. But, for example, if I'm on normal foot bails, for various reasons, I tend to, walk like I'm brave because Dicklin's the main character, protagonist in the anime, blah, 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 blah. So, when you guys choose how you walk or how you run, please choose whatever you want. Do not feel like you have to choose something that's fast. Do whatever makes sense for you and your personality. But that being said, if you do get frustrated because you go to chase someone and you have absolutely zero chance of keeping up, just understand that's probably what's going on. Second to that, and again, I have to just say this shit at Academy. There's no other place to say it. It's cringe. It's how it is. People will abuse things, okay? And you will know when you're in footballs with people if they're doing it or not. For example, if you run upstairs and you look through your eyes, it's like there is no collision with the stairs and you run at full speed as if you're running downhill. Same thing if you're going up an embankment on a hill, all those sort of things. There are techniques people will use where they will shift in and out of their eyes while jumping and running at 45-degree angles to teleport and desync your taser shots. Look, it is what it is. Keep it to yourself. If they're doing something like that, it is your choice. You can match fire with fire, and you can start looking through your eyes going up the stairs and jumping up the hill and all that. Totally your choice. I don't give a fuck. If someone's doing that to you and you don't want to put yourself through the fucking rigmarole of actually, doing that shit too, more respect to you. I'm perfectly fine with you losing the person on the football. I don't care. I'm not going to bust your balls for not succeeding on catching someone. I'm just going to tell you in Academy the tools you have to understand how things work and why things may feel the way they do, just so you don't feel frustrated in the future feeling like you're just like slow or stupid or you don't get it. All right, so now that all that's been said about footballs, that was a lot. We're going to split up and do some of these. Does anyone have any questions before I split you up and send you out to go do these? Okay, no. Good. Good shit. Let's start splitting up. So let's get, we're still uneven, so we'll have Cleg and Bob. We're going to have you chasing Lando and Rain.
Okay.
Oh, Lando, you
I don't have any fucking, my taser cartridges.
Lando and
I
Rain, you're
thought the cartridges
and
were
Bob.
the Emma.
Lando and Rain, take your vest off. You're just going to start with
the
Cleg
cartridges,
and Bob.
just not what goes in the cartridges.
You guys will go on channel 11.
Yeah, I'll give you a couple.
All right. Oh shit, you got.
Go on. Okay, you two on channel 11. You're with Rain and Lando.
Okay.
Let me just go ahead and pull this out.
You're gonna treat it like a normal football with them. They'll say go. You guys are gonna do the radio comms, and then you'll, pull the right thing and do the right things. Go ahead.
What was our radio? Sorry.
Okay. Next is gonna be on channel 12. We'll have Mitch and Del Rio.
All right. I think the way we do, we'll have. Yeah. Let's come over here. We got a car.
And that'll be on channel 12.